la clase! Bienvenido a la clase de español. Me llamo señor Alton y yo soy tu maestro de español. Ahora vamos a hablar sobre la hora. All right, I'm here with Tomás el Tigre. Welcome to my Spanish class if you're watching this. And we are going to go ahead and talk about time. I'm going to spit a lot of things at you really quick. There's a lot of information that I got to go over, and you can see I'm right out of time on my clock that's moving. You can see, and so I have to go quick. Because of that, if I'm going too quick, or if I go over something that you are having difficulty with, please stop, pause, rewind, reverse, go back, review, and do what you need to do in order to understand the concepts in this video. All right, so let's get started. There we go. Awesome. So let's go ahead and talk about how to talk about the time. First off, we can use the question, ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? That is talking about the here, the now, in this moment, right now. What time is it? And generally, when we respond to that, we're going to use the sentence starters, es la o son las. Another question we could ask, ¿A qué hora es? At what time is? So we're talking about in the future. At what time is this happening? So not now, in the future, weeks, days, minutes, hours, seconds, from now. At what time is this? So for example, ¿A qué hora es la boda? So at what time is the wedding? All right, and then we respond with a la or a las. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and explain when to use each one of those. Es la, a la versus son las and a las. All right, so if the hour is 1 o'clock, and you guys should know me by now, but the Beatles are awesome. And so, 1 is the loneliest number you will ever know. I've been practicing that like all afternoon. So if it is 1 o'clock, it's singular, it's by itself. It's we're going to use es la or a la una. If the hour is any other, use son las or a las. So if the hour is 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 24, we're going to use the son las or a las and then the number for the hour. So an example of that would be son las tres or a las tres. So because uno, dos, tres, tres is more than 1, it is not the loneliest number. So we have to use son las or a las. Okay. 0 to 30 minutes in the hour, whenever we're talking about any time within the first half hour of that hour, we're going to use the word y and to connect both the hour and minutes together. So an example of this would be son las 3:10. Again, 10 minutes, that's in the first 30 minutes of the hour. So we're going to use 3:10. Same thing with son las 5:20, 5:20. All right, and then again, es la 1:05, 1:05. So it's in the first 30 minutes. We're just going to say 1:05, 1 and 5. All right. If we continue on, I'm going to have you guys pull out a piece of paper and try to write these down before I share them with you. Please pause the video and write down in Spanish 10:12. Go. All right, so son las 10:12, that is the correct answer. If you got that, go ahead and give yourself an applause. Awesome, good job. If you didn't get that, then please review a little bit and then try to do this next one. Let's see what happens here. So 1:18, pause the video, now go. All right, so es la 1:18. So it is 1:18 or it is 1:18. So if you got that, go ahead and give yourself an applause. Woo! All right, good job. All right, next one, 8:23. Go ahead and pause the video and write down 8:23 in Spanish and go. All right, so if you got son las 8:23, so it is 8:23, 8 and 23. Give yourself an applause. Woo! Yeah, good job. Awesome. Let's move on. Now, 31 minutes to 59 minutes in the hour. Whenever we're talking about these minutes in the second half of the hour, we got to do it a little different. So we're going to actually go up to the next hour and count down. We're going to use the word menos, which means minus, to link the hour and the minutes together. So an example of this would be son las 3 menos 10. So 3 minus 10. If I take 3 minus 10, I get 2:50. That is the time. So whenever I look at 2:50, I need to take 2 and go to the next hour up. 3. Son las 3. And then I have 10 minutes difference between 50 and the next hour up, right? So son las 3 menos 10. 2:50. Same thing with son las 5 menos 20. So here I have 5 minus 20, or 4:40. I went from 4 to the next hour up, 5. And then I found 20 minutes in between 40 and the next hour up. So son las 5 menos 20. It's just the same as saying it's 20 till 5. Same idea, same concept. Es la 1 menos 5. So again, 12:55. 12, I go to the next hour up. Una, es la 1. And then 55. Well, I got 5 minutes till the next hour. So es la 1 menos 5. Same idea. Go ahead on your piece of paper, write down in Spanish 11:59 using menos. All right, pause the video and go. All right, so if you got son las 12 menos 1, woo! Good job, awesome, good for you. All right, I'm starting to lose my voice from doing all this cheering for you now. So again, 11, I'm gonna go to the next hour up, 12, 12, son las 12, and then I have 1 minute, menos 1. All right, next one, 2:35. Again, pause the video and write down 2:35 in Spanish using menos. Go. All right, so you should have son las 3 menos 25. Woo! Good for you. Awesome. You got that. Good job. All right, cool. Good. And now we're going to do the last one, 12:43. So same idea. We want to go to the next hour up and subtract the number of minutes. All right, so pause the video, write it out in Spanish. Go. And you should have es la 1 menos 17. So you went to the next hour up, 12, so 1 o'clock, so es la 1, and then there's 17 minutes, menos 17. So if you got that right, woo! Good job, yeah! Woo! All right. Now, in a lot of Spanish-speaking countries, there are a lot of people that will use the 12-hour time clock in Spanish. And so we need to be aware of that. Whenever we're talking about the time and it's the morning, we have to use de la mañana. So in the morning. So son las 3 de la mañana. It is 3 in the morning. Same idea with in the afternoon. If it's afternoon, we have to specify AM, PM. Just the same idea that we do here with English. We have to do that with Spanish if we're using a 12-hour time. So de la tarde, in the afternoon. Son las 3 de la tarde. And then we also, a lot of people will use de la noche. So we're talking about the evening, at night. We need to use son las 7 de la noche. So it is 7 at night, for example. 24-hour time. Now, most Spanish-speaking countries, you will run into the 24-hour time, whether it's in a bus station or a train station or a place of business, or just some random dude on the street that when you ask him the hour, he tells you, hey, it's like 15:12, and you are like, oh, 15:12, I wonder. Now, yeah, so you need to be aware of this. It's pretty much necessary when you go travel abroad to have use the Spanish 24-hour time, all right? So an example of this would be 2:10 p.m. If I wanted to take 2:10 p.m. and put it into a 24-hour clock, I'm going to take 2, and I'm going to add 12 to it, and I will get 14. So 14:10. So I could say, son las 14:10. 14 is 14. Same idea with 5:13 p.m. I'm going to take 5, I'm going to add 12 to it, and I'm going to get 17. Son las 17:13. So same idea, right? I add 12 to the hour, and it gets me into a 24-hour clock. All right, other words that you need to know when talking about time in Spanish, y cuarto, quarter past. So for example, if I wanted to say son las 7:15, It is 7:15. It's a 7:15. Menos cuarto, 11:45, quarter till. All right. Son las 7 menos cuarto. Again, I'm taking 7. I'm subtracting 15, a quarter, and I'm at 6:45. And then finally, y media, 30, half past, right? Just like we do in English. Son las 11:30. It is 11:30. It is 11. It's a half past 11, right? And so same kind of idea that we do in English. All right. And that's really it for today. If you guys have questions, concerns, comments, you could either talk to me in class. We could talk about what's difficult. You could leave a message, a comment, an email to me, and I could address like what's difficult about the subject here. Or you could also pause, stop, reverse, go back, return to a previous part of this video, and I'll be able to hopefully walk you through the concept again, right? And maybe it'll click on a second time or third time. So you got lots of different options. We'll have lots of time to work with time. Yeah, lots of time to work with time. Awesome. All right. Adios. Ciao.